Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that has plagued me like my entire life. I don't remember my exact age, but I was around 13 or 14 when I realized I was having gray hair. And I was like horrified. Like, what's happening? I'm 13 years old. I don't understand. So from that day on, I dyed my hair every 4 weeks. I didn't let any of it grow out because I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that my hair was old lady. At the time, that's what I thought was old lady. So I went from 13 to 26. So I went from 13 to 26, dyeing my hair every 4 weeks. So I've dyed my hair about 100 times. And it was just something that I did because I believed that my hair was embarrassing. It made me old. It made me like frumpy. And so I just dyed my hair. Well, in 2016, I think it was 2016, no, it was 2017. In 2017, my son was in the hospital getting his G-tube. And I remember thinking, I haven't dyed my hair. My gray hair is coming through. Like, what am I gonna do? The doctors are gonna be like, oh my God, that lady has gray hair. You know, like that was my mind, was like, the doctors are not gonna be able to focus on my child because of my gray hair. And I kind of had to like slap myself for a second and be like, your child's in the hospital. Like, your gray hair is the least of everyone's worries. And so I decided right then that I was done doing my hair. I was done, because at that point I was doing it so that other people would see it and accept it. For me, it was a huge burden. I hated dyeing my hair. I hated feeling like I couldn't go anywhere unless my hair was dyed or my gray hair was all covered. And it was a burden, honestly. And so I decided I was done dyeing my hair. I went to the hairdresser. I had her dye kind of like blondes and gray highlights to kind of help it mix a little more. And as you can tell, it has grown out to about right here now. So this is all just my hair. And it's the best thing I've ever done. So I wanted to make a video because I know there are other people who are young, who have gray hair, who are embarrassed, who they feel like other people are going to make fun of them or whatever. And so I'm here to tell you that it's okay. It's just hair. It's just hair. If you want to dye your hair, then dye your hair. If you don't want to dye your hair, then don't. Simple as that. There are so many other things in the world that are so important than dyeing your hair. There are so many things in the world that are way more like worth your time and effort than dyeing your hair and being concerned that other people are going to laugh at you. So some things that I did, again, I dyed the bottom half with gray highlights, and that helps with darker hair. It really helped as it started to grow out. I just don't want people to feel like, again, a video I've made multiple times with the intention of making sure that people don't feel like they're alone. This is one of those videos. It's okay to have gray hair. It doesn't make you old. It doesn't make you frumpy. It doesn't make you disheveled. It just makes you a person who loves themselves for the way that God created them. And it took me a really long time to accept that this is the way that God made me, and I'm just gonna rock it. And yes, there are going to be people who stare at you. There are going to be people who say rude things, but like, they already do that. Like, they would find something else to look at if they weren't looking at your hair, you know? Some things you can try if you have gray hair and you don't particularly like it. I have heard good things about vitamin B, that maybe vitamin B12 is something that we are lacking, and that is why your hair turns gray sooner. There are lots of articles talking about vitamins that you can take to kind of combat that. For me personally, I just let it grow out. And I just feel like this is a video that people don't like talking about. People don't like intentionally showing their gray hair on YouTube. Granted, I don't have millions of subscribers, but if it just reaches that one person who is needing that extra, like, you can do it, I'm here. you can do it. You can totally do it. And if I've reached that one person, then that's what the video is for, is to kind of show you that you can have gray hair and be young. And I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call myself hip, but you can be young and you can look nice and you can have nice hair and not have to dye your hair 7 billion times in your life. So get a good look. It's nice and highlighted. So if you see my hair in videos, the bottom is kind of blonde, the top is gray. It's because I'm still growing it out. Eventually you guys will see when it gets to about here and I chop it all off, because that will happen. Then I'll be fully gray and it will be awesome. So this video is for you. Don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about what other people think. It's time to live your own life and do what you want with your hair, because everyone else does. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.